So I guess we could start it on that note, the vegan note.
Yeah.
So it's my man Math Hoffa. I'm sure y'all know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been honored to be on his show. So now he's come through to American New Studios.
Return the favor, one hand wash the other, you know?
Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be.
That's supposed to be.
That's the way it's supposed to be. And, you know, we were just talking about the fact that you just went vegan.
Yeah, you came on the show, and of course, Dame was doing his protest thing, telling everybody how disgusting they are for eating.
Everybody was eating pork in the spot.
Yeah, it was nasty, right? And he brought up a documentary on What the Health.
What the health?
One day I decided to just check it out, and it was some eye-opening shit.
Disgusting how they do it, right?
Not only what they do to process the food, but how a lot of these fast food companies are tied in with the FDA and all that shit.
The whole game.
And how they get these people to kind of like look the other way and say, this shit is healthy for you when it's not. And yeah, I was just disgusted. And from that night, watching it, never went back. I'll tell you one thing,
That's the same effect it had on me.
So I got kind of mixed emotions towards you because I'm thankful that you put me on to that, but I'm mad because they don't be shit to eat some places, bro.
Well,
vegan options is short.
Well, I can guarantee you this. Today, there will be some good vegan options to eat.
I bet.
So we have Chef Star, and she's going to come through. She cooks for the band, and she cooks for us, all vegan, keeps us healthy, keeps us working. But again, for me, the vegan thing, right, once I saw that, Doc, it changed my perspective on things that I had suspected, but now that you know, certain people can watch that, Doc,
and not care,
and look the other way and eat some bacon the next day.
I can't.
Yeah.
I couldn't because I feel the difference. I feel the clarity, the mental clarity that I have. I feel the you know, no aches in my joints, no cramping. Like I feel good.
Yeah.
It was a long time that I was waking up and I just wasn't feeling good. You know what I mean?
Well, the psychology of that for me on a logical level is the amount that you take care of yourself showcases how much you love yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you love yourself and you know that you're going to do something that you enjoy that's going to hurt you and make your life worse in the future, then you pivot, you change.
Right.
And I believe that that's the reason.
When I stopped going to strip clubs, that helped me a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it definitely would make your pockets a lot,
right.
You know, and your girl a lot happier. But again, when people know things are wrong because they're used to it, because they're not 100% confident about who they are, because they don't love themselves, that happens on every level. From business, like if you know you're getting raw, but you're still getting a check, you might still do it because you don't think you can do it without them.
Right.
You still think you need them.
Right.
You don't have confidence in yourself. So you're a guy that, from what I understand, I just, you know, listened to a conversation, eye-opening, but you're a guy that, from what I understand, if someone's trying to hurt your person, then you're going to hurt them first, and you protect your body, pause, you know what I mean? You make sure you're all right.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Well, there's a lot of Brooklyn guys that don't approach things like that, just like there's a lot of Harlem guys that don't.
Deliver Brooklyn.
Pardon?
I'm from Pizza Don't Deliver Brooklyn.
Oh, that part.
Yeah.
Where they don't deliver pizza to where you go?
Yeah.
Is it Brownsville?
Nah.
What part?
I was in Crown Heights, but
Crown
at that
Heights?
time it was,
But you was outside.
around. Yeah,
you were in
I was
survival
outside.
mode out there.
Right.
So yeah, so your instincts are a little different.
And I look at things like, okay, if this makes sense.
Well, let's look at it like this. Some guys get punched in the eye and get knocked out, and some guys do the punching.
Right.
The ones that are doing the punching are usually the guys that are used to winning. They love themselves. They don't want to get hurt.
Right.
They're not going to accept what's put in front of them. They'll knock a door down if it's closed, right? Some people look the other way. They don't mind that punch in the eye. They can live with it. You understand what I'm saying? And again, to me, that dictates how much you love yourself.
So, right.
And I wasn't just talking about the food. I'm talking about business. I'm talking about education. You know, I always go there with it. But we were talking outside, and, you know, you were like, Dame, you didn't want to answer no questions. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to talk and speak on that. And I could, you know, we could discuss that. I don't mind.
Well,
and then I'll let you do what you want with the conversation. You go where you want.
Well, I don't know if you want to.
Doesn't mean
you said
I'm talking
outside.
about
You
it.
didn't want to talk about the shit.
Well,
still,
this is what I like, right?
Right.
There were certain things that people were
Get ready for it. Get ready.
There were certain things that people asked you about.
Right.
and you said you didn't want to talk about it, and you had certain reasons.
Right.
Those are, when I heard what you said, I'm like, those are damn near exact reasons why there's certain things I don't want to talk about. So people want to know, but sometimes for your own personal sanity and because you don't want to shed light to someone that doesn't deserve it,
Right.
you will pass. So that is my reason is the same as your reason. I just want to know if you could.
That.
Yeah, so I saw you do it and I respected it.
Right.
So that's the reason why. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of times people do want to hear the story of Rocafella. And a lot of times I might speak about a lot of things and a little section be about things that are asked, and that's all you hear. And then it looks like I'm the guy that's saying it.
Yeah.
And then I got to hear other people, well, his name is like all that. And then I got to feel a way about people that are saying it, all of that. So it just comes with a lot of layers of bullshit. Mm-hmm. And when I do talk about certain things, it's because of maybe someone's taking me to court and I need to make certain things clear because I'm honest and I'm transparent. And that's the only way I can protect myself in this moment.
Right.
Because I don't care what anybody says to me. If you're a real hustler, you always broke. Because you always betting all your re-up money. You bet it all on what you're trying to get. So if I'm trying to get, let's say in the street.
Right.
If I'm trying to get to a bird and I'm flipping ounces, every dollar.
Barely making anything.
Not even making, every dollar always goes back.
Right back.
And then once I get to the bird, pause, I'm gonna want 100 birds. So again, every dollar is gonna be flipped till I get to that buck.
That's called all money in.
And that's called, some people call it broke, some people call it all money in. For me, I just like to say, fuck it, man. I believe in myself so much that I'm broke.
Well, I gotta ask you, what were the ventures that you had faith in that didn't work?
They've all worked. It just takes a matter of time. See, certain ventures were done in a way that it made it work quicker because I was able to use other people's money, like Rocafella. Mm-hmm. So what happens is I'll build the company, right? And by the time I understand how to make the money, I've spent all the money. And then I have to go to another company just to pause grow. It's growth. Right. Some people raise money, they might raise 100 million, and they can burn 100 million, and then it turns over. It's like gambling, you just keep betting the bank. But for me, as an independent, there were ways that I went and things were accelerated, but I didn't get the margin, I didn't get the lion's share, I didn't end up owning it, I couldn't pass it to my kids, and I didn't like the people I work with. So I was just like, yo, if I got this much money, I'm gonna just flip. And that's just what I do. So I flipped to make enough content to make a platform like American New, to be able to have the ad tech and be able to get the CPMs and the data, be able to broadcast live, be able to have all of these cameras, all this equipment,
right.
Everything you see.
Right.
So let's say, everything fails and I got to liquidate, then I guess I would have some bread. But while the art is on the wall and the money's in the equipment until the company turns over, that's my version of broke. And you don't really, like where I grew up, if you saw somebody in the street that was getting money, you'd be like, yo, you getting all the money. They'd be like, nah, I'm fucked up. Because you know what comes after that? Let me hold some.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now I gotta ask. We both come from humble beginnings. Mm. When you started to really make money, was there that period of survivor's guilt?
I don't think I've ever hit that lick of really making money. I make more money than the average 99% of the world. Mm-hmm. I always have.
Right.
Like 6 digits, 7 digits. Like again, when I'm broke, we still spending a couple of million a year. Right. But it just goes into business.
Well, but even
like that's
even
that thing
but that people from your neighborhood, how many people from that neighborhood get to that level?
Well, what I do
Once you got to that level, knowing those people from the neighborhood and wanting to stay connected.
The first round of Rocafella, I tried to look out for everybody.
Right.
And all you could do, if you give someone some money, that's not looking out for them, that's enabling. You have to give them an opportunity for them to grow and go be a man. So I gave everyone that opportunity. Every one of my friends that would go to jail, I bid with them when they came home, I put them on paper. I make sure they had a Rocafella chain, a Jacobs watch, an apartment, and a car.
What were their duties?
It would be to find what you love. So some would run different verticals. So I might put one with the liquor. I might make one an A&R. I might put one with the movies. I might, like if you look at me when I'm in Paris or when I'm running around the world, I've really got my homeboys with me. Dudes from my block. Claudie B, Kurt,
Right.
Bob Alab, God bless the dead. Big Face Gary, Jay Black,
Right.
Like the whole Best Out was working underneath the umbrella at that point in time.
You're talking about people who
People
are
I
already
hustled
in
with.
the habit of making the money.
Well-
I'm talking about the people who know you, the people that you feel, okay, I made it to this level, but you still fuck.
I wasn't finished.
Okay.
So that would be one round, and then the people I grew up with. So, I'm not gonna say their names, but yeah, the people who's like, one of my friends, I'll say like Radu, right? I grew up with Radu, I grew up in his house. His mother damn near raised me, and all his brothers taught me how to be a man, up to where I had to get a little bit more of a man.
Right.
But they were definitely my brothers. So Dave, Craig, all of them had jobs at Rockwear. When Darren came home from jail, he had a job at Rockwear. Like you can't say that when I'm up, I don't try to empower the people that cared about me when I was younger, whether they hustled or did not.
Right.
But I always tried to put someone in position to at least have an entry-level way to learn the business and then to evolve.
Did it ever get sticky to the?
Always got sticky, pause. Because if someone doesn't perform and I got to pay for it, and you got to remember, I got other partners. So that was the thing is, when you got 4 or 5 partners, I can't just look out for everybody. I got to get everyone's permission. So one of the issues at Rocafella, I'll give you this,
Right.
was that for me to sign an artist, Biggs had to
Sign
vote,
off.
Jay had to sign off, and Lior had to sign off. So in the Kanye doc, and they were like, yo, why the paperwork wasn't done? It was because Jay wouldn't sign off. That was the problem. I couldn't get Jay and Lior to sign off. So I couldn't tell them that. It would break their heart.
Right.
But now I'm taking the blame for it. But it's all good.
Right.
When Kanye wanted to do 3 videos for Jesus Walks, that was in the middle of me negotiating my deal to sell the company. I went to Florida and flipped on him. Like, how you gonna tell that kid what to make? And he already made the money back. He recouped. He went go, and he's gonna when he comes back to renegotiate, if we treat him a certain way. But they would be looking at me like, why can't I do 3 videos? And I'm not gonna tell them my fight. So they would just blame it on me.
Right.
So I look at this like Obama, when black people are like, yo, I don't think Obama did enough for black. It's not like he could say snap his fingers executive order. He got to go get a bunch of white people to agree with it. So it's not that easy for you to help when you have partners as people would think. You understand what I mean? When things have to be done, decisions have to be made unilaterally, when a lot of people have to make decisions, you particularly cannot look out for somebody unless you can justify it.
Right.
So in order for me to be able to hire certain people, they had to do the jobs that they were hired to do. They had to do them well. I'm standing up for them, so they got to show up. And with a lot of the Rocafella staff, where I was trying to go, they wasn't trying to go. That's why a lot of them are still in the music business. You understand what I mean? I was never really trying to stay in the music business. It was just a vertical, which it is now. You understand what I'm saying? So what I've learned is you can only look out for people that love themselves, that have a dream, that bring something to the table. Like there's a band here, right? And an artist will come in and we'll mess with, for a day, but they start coming every day thinking they could jump on with the band and have the band just doing their shit. The band's not gonna say nothing. They just love making music. But me, I'm gonna go, but what are you doing for the band?
Right.
Like if you're not paying the band and you're not doing anything for the band, why should the band be playing for you? For free. Why should they just be, it's 5-piece. That's Micah Da Vinci. To me, he's about to be bigger than The Weeknd, by The Weeknd. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I already see the future for him. I'm like, bro, if you ain't trying to make some music with that man, you bugging, because he about to go. But, because I already told him, I said, once they see you with me, they're going to come offer you $5 million. And I can't tell you not to go. That's what happened with Wiz Khalifa. That's what happened with Currency. It happened with Stalley. It happened with Crit. These are all indies. They were all with me first, and then they took the deal. I ain't mad at none of them.
y'all all in the same game, right? That means y'all all related. You know what I mean? Like 10 years later, y'all gonna still know each other. 20 years later, y'all should still be friends. If y'all still relevant, you know what I'm saying? For that, it's like, that means no matter what, y'all only got to look out for each other.
Did you advise against it?
Hell yeah. A lot of them did it behind my back because they were ashamed. What do you think Stalley, the most independent, grumpy motherfucker in the world, you know Stalley. He's the one that was like, yo, I'm gonna be the most independent, da-da-da-da, and then he took that deal. I was like, you were just saying you was gonna be independent. And I remember I seen him in the airport 5, 6 years later. Was it worth it? Nah. You know? Currency broke my heart. He did that one behind my back. That hurt, pause, because I was shocked. So you gotta look at all the body of work that I have where all these artists are talking about independence.
Right.
And then they go and they sign. You can't be mad. It's an algorithm. You can't sell someone that never had $1 million not to take $1 million. Like literally with Wiz Khalifa, he was in Woodstock. I can show you the footage with Currency, and I'm not trying to sign them. It's just my son and my nephews knew them, loved them, told me about them. So I'm like, all right, let's just make some content. Let's make some art. And we were out there making like Muscle Car Chronicles. It was a short film. It's on America New. And he was out there, and 2 Suburbans pulled up, and this dude, Benji, and another white dude kidnapped. They just took him. He was gone. I don't know how they knew he was there, and the next thing was Black and Yellow. And then I remember, because we were putting out the records with Currency, that because he's now signed at Warner, and I'm the one that told Todd Moskowitz, I remember being in the club, I'm like, yo, you know y'all had a dude named Wiz Khalifa, and y'all dropped him, y'all dumb, right? And walked off. Then of course they go, you know, they sign him and do whatever he do, and he does, you know, he does great things, but it was Black and Yellow, which was kind of contradictory to what he had been presenting on the independent level for all that time. But my point is, sometimes independent people are independent because they have to be, because non-independent people have shut the doors. And then once you start rolling on your own, then that's when they come and give you that deal. You know, and it starts with numbers like $1 million or $2 million.
In the case of Stalley, it wasn't worth it. In the case of Wiz Khalifa, would you say it was worth it? You got
to ask Wiz Khalifa that one. But me and him are still brothers, and I couldn't. So what happened was I was trying to clear the record, and Benji was really talking to me disrespectfully, like a dude that's not from my culture talking to me any way he wanted. And I'm like, yo, I can't even fuck with you, Wiz, until you're not fucking with him. I love you to death, and that's happened between like me and Smoke Dizza and Shipes. Like, he's disrespectful.
Shout out to Smoke. What
Smoke
happened
there? Well, we had Cootie and Shike, we did his videos initially, Crits. And I had this situation at Def Jam. So I'm like, yo, we'll put it out, distribute it, we'll make the records, we did this, that, and the third. And I told Shipes, I'm like, yo, we're gonna do it through Def Jam. So of course he backdoors me and does the deal at Def Jam without me. Ask him about it. Ask Crit about it. So it was like, yo, I can't. So with Smoke, I always was fucking with Smoke, but it was like, I can't mess with your man. You know, I still can't mess with that dude. He has to bring me an ounce, at least. That would be my thing. Like, if you disrespect me and do something I don't deserve when I was trying to help you and it's gonna frustrate me, at least let me smoke off a good ounce.
Right.
And he won't bring me an ounce, so I ain't fucking with that dude. Now it's a pound.
Now it's a pound, nigga.
But Smoke is legit. I love Smoke, and I will never let someone
Smoke,
from another culture divide
homie.
us. You know what I'm saying? So it happens often.
You find like that.
Like, I was in court with Currency, bro. We went to court.
After he did the deal?
Yeah. Because he signed an exclusive deal with them. And I'm like, how are you going to sign an exclusive deal and we got records together? So I was putting the records out, and we went through it. I don't even know what happened with that shit. But I still love Currency.
You find like the industry encourages just toxic behavior.
It only exists because of toxic behavior. They take advantage of the dysfunction of our culture. So the more and also this thing, like, now you'll sign an artist, and if he dies, you're gonna make more money.
More money, yeah.
Because of the insurance. So it's just, you could just tell, like, for me, if I see a kid that's making music about shit that's gonna get him killed because he's really doing it, I don't think I'm putting their records out. I'm not gonna enable that child. I'm not gonna, like, when I look at, you know, Young Thug, I'm like, yo, Leon and them just made a big check and he's going to jail. They made money off his music. So if they made money off that music and he's in jail for that, then all that money they made off the music should not go to them. Like, how did they get all that money and he has to get a jail cell? And they made money off the music that's putting them in jail. I mean, that's just how I look at it from the outside
But
looking
at the
in.
same time, you can't really look at it like,
I've been
okay,
that guy that says, yo, if you're doing this, I'm not putting it out. I've done that.
who did you do that with?
I'm not going to say they was doing shit that wasn't right. I'm not going to say that's their business. You understand what I'm saying?
Like,
if
his
you
name
still
start with a B.
if you still hot,
Right.
if you still in the street, it doesn't make sense to get in front of a camera. It doesn't make sense because you go to jail. Like I came up where you wasn't even allowed to have tattoos.
Well, I gotta be honest. Like I was influenced by the music that was coming out of you guys' creation, which y'all created.
Yeah,
right?
that's why karmically I had to go through it.
When Jay-Z said,
Our first record was about selling drugs. Reasonable Doubt was about selling drugs.
yeah,
period.
yeah, all the way. This is
And then we made people see what I was trying to do was make people stop selling drugs.
I became a Jay-Z fan off Can I Live.
Definitely.
That alone was like,
So did I. But
he talking about,
yeah,
it was crazy.
but we was really in the game,
Right.
and we had quit. We had quit. Like we made it. We quit. Game was over. We couldn't do it no more. Once we start talking about it, it was over.
But is there a balance of where you kind of
Once we
still
started-
project the image
What happened?
of something you left?
You saw what happened to Biggs, bro. As soon as he started hustling, he went to jail. That was the dumbest shit in the world to me. Does not make sense to hustle and be on a camera. You cannot do crime and talk about it on a camera or on a record. That's just black and white. Almost you have to be lying if you're talking about crime on a record. But if you're talking about a crime you put on the record, that is the dumbest shit in the whole world, period.
Couldn't talk about it if I ain't live it.
Not on the record, bro. You're
That
going
was
to
the
jail.
influence.
You cannot talk about crime, especially murder, selling drugs, if you're still doing it. It doesn't add up. And any OG around you would listen.
Then I
Anyone
gotta
around me,
ask,
I'm
would
gonna
you
say,
sign an artist if you felt like there was no authenticity to him?
no, I wouldn't sign him if he wasn't authentic, but he couldn't be active. That's all I'm saying. It'd have to be in his past. Like I'm not saying, I used to sell drugs all day long, every fucking day as a child.
Right.
As a teenager to like 20, I was going hard. That was my life. That's all I knew. But I stopped. Now I have a doctorate. I go teach in schools. You could turn that around. There's too many other options right now, especially when you have someone older than you giving you advice. So I still have people older than me that still give me advice. I still listen to people. So if I do some nut shit, they be like, yo, like even now, certain things I say, they be like, yo, you kind of bugging. I'm like, yo, it's the only way I can protect myself.
What was the last thing they said you was bugging about?
I don't want to say.
Ask me anything.
And I answered it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say I'm going to answer anything. I'm just not offended by the question.
Right.
You know, again, a lot of time is out of respect for other people.
I get it.
So it's like I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to reactivate an issue that I spoke on and then have to hear about it. It just reactivates it.
And that was how I felt about all that other stuff.
Right.
All right.
Sometimes the things you don't like in people are the same things that you don't like in yourself. The things you love about people are the same things that you love about yourself. So a lot of times I be giving advice and I'm like, I'm doing the same shit I'm telling them not to do. But I just don't realize it. So I always got to look at it from a different perspective, all perspective. Like, how would I feel? Like, again, if I'm a hustle, I ain't gonna think about nothing but if the cops could figure it out. So if I'm doing any kind of jokes at all, my first thing is, how can I make it where a cop won't know it? I'm not talking about if it's comfortable for me, if it's fun. How do I make it where a policeman won't know it if I'm in the street?
Right.
That just makes it, I'm not gonna put it on the record. I'm definitely not gonna make a video about it. I'm not gonna start putting it on social media. And again, it's for the OGs to say, this ain't the way you do it.
Right.
This is the way you go to jail. Because most kids don't understand jail till they get there. They think they could do the time till they doing the time, and now they're an adult 20 years later like, yo, I wish somebody would just told me.
But it's not just the time, it's the tag that comes with it.
All of it. But the time, having your freedom taken is worse than anything in the world. No matter how much money you got, if you're behind bars, you are not feeling good about life. You'll do anything, give up all your money to be free. I give up all this bum-ass money I could get to be free without bars. You understand what I mean?
Right.
Like this, independence to be able to do it when I want, who I want, pause, is priceless to me. If I had to be told where to work, when to work, who to work with, and I'm getting a lot of money, I'm gonna hate that money because it means I have to spend time with people that I don't like to be around, and I'm doing things that I don't like, and I'm usually not gonna be around my family.
Is everything the flip?
For now. See, at some point, it's all right to go raise money for growth. So I never raised any money for this at all. So you can't tell me that you know someone else that has a network with all this technology, with all this content that didn't raise money. Name one person. Name one person, and I'm not saying that.
No, when I say
like,
flip, I mean
yeah. So I got to flip.
lasting brands. Like
So meaning after I do the television network, I already know what I'm spending that money on. I'm gonna be broke again.
Right.
Once I sold Rockwear, I was broke the next week. Everything went into Rachel Roy.
Everything.
Everything.
How much is that?
Millions, like 8.
8 million. Now Rockaware, successful company.
Yeah.
I've noticed like within our culture, there's been a lot of clothing brands that came from us, but none of them sustained like.
Yeah, the urban brand,
time.
the reason why is because they didn't have a designer line to diffuse from. So to be sustainable, you have to have that line that costs so much money. You have to have retail. You know, so Ralph Lauren has purple label. That's the reasons why the polo shirts sell. So we always just had, you have to have different verticals. You always have to, like, Mercedes doesn't make their money from Maybach, but Maybach may be the reason why they sell so many 300s. You understand? It's in fashion, you have to, there's a lot of different things. We weren't taught how to survive in fashion. That's why I pivoted and did the Rachel Roy thing, because it was designer and I had to have a designer line. But what usually happens is you have to lose money between 5 and 10 years to sustain. I mean, to showcase that you're really a brand. And, you know, from there, if you could survive that 5 to 10, then you license, and, you know, usually that's when you start making your bread. You know what I mean? Like, fashion is not an easy thing. What we were doing was leveraging our celebrity, but we weren't paying and focused on the quality of the clothes.
Clothes, because it was a flip.
It was just more like we didn't, like, once I learned it, I pivoted. I knew Rockwear wasn't going to be sustainable, so my job, what I wanted to do was, you know how there's LVMH? So I wanted to make Rockwear LVMH and then have different state properties, Charlotte Ronson, Rachel Roy. You understand what I mean?
Right.
So they just didn't see the vision. I was hustling in the future. You know, that's why sometimes when you're around people that can't think past what you're thinking, like if someone just wants to be in the music business and they don't want to do all the other things that I want to do, I'm not mad at you. It's just I got to go.
Well, from your logic and what you just said about clothing, how smart is it for Kanye to be selling $20 shoes?
To me, it depends on how much he's paying to make them. But he might have it might be an advertisement for something else. You understand what I mean? So like for me, you know, everybody that buys the shoe, I'm sure he's getting some data. So now he has a direct connection with everyone when he wants to sell his stuff. You know, I don't know, man. Sometimes I'm in rooms with Kanye and I don't agree with his business model. Mm. You know what I mean? But he has enough bread from other stuff to do that. You know what I mean? So if he didn't have bread from other things, then he couldn't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what was magic about Kanye's situation was he did not have to pay for none of the shit he was doing. Adidas was paying for it. So all that marketing, like he told you, $121 million for him because he is the commercial, went to his lifestyle. You know how many millions that is a month? Just to spend on fucking it up? That's what he did. So he was able to...
Let's be clear. He got $20 million
marketing budget to spend on himself.
Lifestyle.
Yeah. How you think everyone does that? What do you think? I'm not talking their business, but like I suspect when I see like a Puff or anyone that's doing that has a liquor company or whatever, and they don't do commercials, then they're the commercial. So if I see a jet, if I see a party, if I see certain things, then I know, and I know if there's a business attached, I know who's paying for it. I know where the Hummer stunting comes from. So with Kanye, yeah, like if you ever seen a Kanye commercial, other than the one on the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
That's the only one. But
and he shot that with his phone.
Yeah, now hold on.
How much did he spend on the front?
Wait, let's do the math. Wait, listen to me. So if a commercial spot costs $7 million and the commercial costs $7 million, that's $14 million right there. That's usually what a commercial costs. So he like, don't make a commercial, just give me the money. And I'll wear the clothes, I'll make sure I'm in the newspaper, I'll be on that private jet, I'll have this spectacle, and that's the reason why the people buy it. So you gotta look at other companies, again, I don't wanna call niggas out.
Right.
Labels. Not labels, just people that have companies that have expensive things, but every time you see them in their expensive things, they're picking up a bottle of something. That's the commercial. So the $2 million I ain't gonna do it. But either way, you know what I'm saying? My point is, because I don't want to kill niggas' hustles, you know what I'm saying? But, me as a businessman, I know these things. But Kanye's been he said it. He said they froze $120 million of my marketing. I'm the marketing. The reason why they froze is because he didn't have the deal anymore. So they're like, why am I giving you $120 million of market? So that's why they froze it.
Right.
Makes sense. So think about having $120 million just to fuck up on yourself. What kind of spectacle you creating?
These CEO jackets, they look good on me.
Yeah. Try to give me a pound? I gave you that for free.
Yeah, I know.
Most people have to pay $300 for that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, lifestyle.
Yeah.
We gotta figure that out.
I gotta make sure you're fresh.
All right, moving on. What's your relationship with Kanye now?
I haven't spoken to him in a while, but he's my brother. That's all. A couple months, but every couple months we talk. You know what I mean? Like Kanye takes up a lot of your life. You see, he's a lifestyle in itself. If you work with Kanye, that's a commitment to not having a life other than he's 24/7.
Yeah, I had Sci-Hi the Prince on the platform recently, and
like he's 24/7.
He pretty much said like, when Kanye called,
you
got to drop everything.
Everything, and I can't if he called me right now, unless he's dying, I can't drop everything. Unless I'm worried about his health, I can't tell. I'm not doing that.
Why don't you're still cool with Kanye? I'm pretty sure you got a shitload of friendships within the industry that flourished into other businesses. Why don't y'all work together?
They don't want to. They won't even post my shit on Instagram. I don't think anyone really wants to see me with some bread. I'd be like, why Kev Hart won't post it? Why Kanye won't post it? Why won't anybody post it? It's free. I don't know why.
Is it the relationships? Is it people picking sides? Because I've noticed that.
Well, if it is, it is. But to me, that's corny. Like, I don't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm not thinking that way. So I'm like, I hope no one else is, but they are. There is no side to pick. I'm not on no side. I just chose to live my life. Like, I chose to live my life, not someone else's. Well, so I'm not going to be up under Kanye or Jay or another artist all day to make money off them. I want to be up under my family.
Right.
I want to be up under myself. I want to make the things happen that I want, my point of view, my way. Like, I couldn't give you that jacket, CEO, with all the, no one would make that. Right. So I got to make it, but I do make it. I'm a very creative person. So again, not only am I in business in all verticals, I'm actually a creator in all verticals. So I'm a direct the movie, star in the movie. I'm a score the movie. I'm a make an album. I'm gonna do it the right way. I know how to, not to say sketch, but I know how to design, get tech packs, do patterns, source fabric. I know how to do all those things. From a creator's perspective, like for every artist that I put out, I got a record that I made. For everybody that I help with a clothing line, I got my own clothing line. You got a fashion show, I got a fashion show. You got a book, I got a book. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I would tend to like a Kevin Hart. I think Kev just be mad because I be cutting him up. I just heat him up. Whoa. So I'm just funnier than him when we together. You know what I'm saying? So he be mad. Comedians get really mad when you. I be like, how you mad and you the most offensive nigga in the whole world?
That's just the crazy thing about it, right? I mean, we looking at this Cat Williams situation with Shannon Sharp, and all the things that Cat said about Kevin and him being an industry plan and all that. Being that you were the first person to put a camera in front of Kevin and give him a break with Paper Soldiers.
Kev be on some sucker shit. One day Irv called me and was like, Irv Gotti.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, I was like, yo, because he said he was with him or whatever. I said, tell him to post my shit for the movie. And he was like, man, Kev ain't fucking with you, man. I said, why? And he was like, I guess you caught him in the Barney's with Uggs and teased him in front of his girl. I'm like, he's mad about that?
He had Uggs on?
Yeah, I can show it to you. You ain't see it? You want to see?
Yeah, I want to see it.
Yo, you got my phone? Where's my phone?
Can we put this on screen? Can we
I'll
project it?
I always cut it.
Exhibit A.
I'll cut to it.
I'm gonna hit you up.
Listen,
You bum ass nigga. Why you got on those Uggs?
you
I don't like
understand what's gonna
it.
happen?
I'm not gonna say anything.
He's an all-black ninja Ugg man right now. I don't know who he's turning into, but I'm heating him up right now.
You're missing a tooth.
I'm doing a movie. He's looking like a feminine ninja right now.
I can't talk to that.
Yo, I'm like, yo, this nigga got yo, you got crunch right now?
Yeah.
Yo, Cam, if he ever bothers you again, look at these Uggs right now.
see it, Vaughn?
Don't you ever
see it,
put
Vaughn?
pressure on anybody in my crew
I see it,
again.
Vaughn?
When
Cam,
you wearing these
can I see it,
Uggs,
Vaughn?
you got on
Can I
Uggs.
just see the phone?
Cam, you see him? You see him? Cam, you see him? Don't play with me.
Cam, I dare you to ask
Yeah,
Dad.
and his breath stink bad right now. Ask his girl how bad his breath stink right now. This nigga eating mayonnaise gum. I don't know what's going on. You got crunch.
What is he? This
Yo,
is why
I'm
y'all
killing
losing.
him.
Okay, that's it.
But what happened was he had caught Cameron, and he teased Cameron like some shit. Like so, Cameron called me like, "Yo, you know, I came around. I mean, you know, I ran into Kevin. You know, he said some slick shit that was kind of funny." I'm like, "What?"
Oh, so you like being the big brother? You're like, okay,
Just
when I
like
see
that.
him, I'm a cook.
So I said, he knows you with me. I got him next time I see him. And yo, it just so happened the next week, I hadn't seen Kevin in a while.
Right.
I'm walking through Barney's with my daughter. I got a dog I don't usually have out, Cookie, and he's in tight leotards with Uggs on. And I'm like, yo, you got on Uggs? And I'm like, yo, Cam, don't ever let this, like, I'm gonna show it to you. If you bring me my phone, I'm gonna show it to you.
Did you record this? You recorded this?
I posted it up. But you know, it's jokes and shit.
Yeah, right.
Like I went to a Jay-Z concert with my daughter.
Recently.
Not recently.
Yeah.
She was 15, so she's 20, about 10 years ago.
Right.
And you know, everyone was shocked to see me. But again, you know, to me, like that, the relationship I had with him was like, I would be like, yo, if I needed some tickets or some shit, I said he always gave me carte blanche, Jay, a gentleman.
Right.
So he made sure I was there. I walked through the, you know, I'm there with my daughter and all that shit. And Emery started passing me some of that drink they got, and that shit got me too drunk.
Duce?
Yeah, Duce, I think he spiked that shit. I got way too drunk.
Right.
This nigga Kev had me in a chicken wing and all that shit. You know, I got it all on tape. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, I know Kev. We like,
Right.
he's like my little brother.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I guess he was mad over it.
The Uggs?
But I do have the Uggs, and I think because his
What
girl
color?
was there.
What color were they?
They were all black with
Did
the
they have on
with
like
the fuzzies.
were they matching? They both
I'm
had
gonna
the Uggs
show
on?
you. Nah, the girl would look.
Oh, she didn't have the Uggs on.
I was like, why? And then like his breath was crazy. So I'm like, yo, your breath stink, right? And I'm like, ask your girl, right? I'm like, ask your girl right now to smell your breath. Like if you don't, I'm not even snapping. This shit is crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, don't ever let your breath smell like this ever in life. Not even when you wake up, it shouldn't smell like that. You know what I mean? Like you don't even
Right.
smoke. So. Yeah, so I don't know, Kev, why you mad? Just post my shit up, you my nigga. What's up?
that's
you know what I mean?
crazy.
That's all. But yeah, I'm like, you know, for some reason, everyone always finds some little bitch ass reason not to want to look out for things that don't cost $1. They just won't post my shit. So either way, Kanye will not post my shit. I don't know why. That's my nigga, that's my brother, but he will never post my shit. You ever seen him post my shit?
No.
I've asked. Like, don't think the conversation, all right, boom. Tiffany Haddish was in my spot in Burbank, right? And we, you know, she's the coolest to me. She will help, she will post. I love Tiffany Haddish. I don't care what nobody says about Tiffany Haddish.
Right.
And we done made music, wrote scripts, and she was in the spot, and I'm like, call Kev. So she FaceTimes Kev, and we talking, I'm like, yo, why you won't post my shit? He's like, yo, I'm not gonna post you with basketball shorts doing rock and roll. So I'm like, nigga, you watching me and you won't post it? So when I walked away, he thought I walked away. I see him going, get out of there. Get out of there. He's telling her, I'm like, yo, what type of time you want? I don't know if he was joking, but it was like, he telling him to get out of there. So yeah, that's my man. And you know, they have their little ways or whatever it is. I don't feel a way. I still love them all when I see them. But you know, I don't know why they don't support.
But does it disappoint you?
Of course
to,
it does.
To see like, yo, the opportunities that I gave
This
out.
is what I want. Anyone that interviews Kev, and he'll say it, Dame put me in my first movie. Why you won't post this shit? You gotta ask those people.
Do you believe that after that movie, that's what, like,
Nah,
Cat
I mean-
Williams calling him a plant? How realistic is that?
I don't know. I mean, he would do things like, for example, they had asked me to produce Soul Plane, and I got offended because I didn't like white people making money off making fun of us. So I was like, yo, you need to watch
No,
it.
no offense, like Kev, I've seen plenty of stuff that I fuck with, but so plain, I could never feel comfortable sitting in a movie theater watching people laugh at
Us, yeah.
us. Like,
So, and it's not us doing it.
That
So
just never.
he came through, was like,
Yeah.
I'm doing Soul Plane. I'm like, you are? I just walked away from that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never do that. So, I wouldn't braid another man's hair on a billboard. Like, I wouldn't do that. I don't care if it's Will Ferrell. I don't care who it is.
Right.
So, because it'd just be joke. I wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So he has done things that I know I didn't raise him to do, but he has a different kind of comedy.
But okay,
I'm not judging
just
him.
being fair, I'm
I
sure
don't
there's
even
things
care.
that Richard Pryor did that you wouldn't do. Correct.
Yeah, but
Right.
like fuck Marlon Brando. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely, I'm not doing a lot of shit he would do. So that's what they said. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely wouldn't do that.
Now, it's in a book or something like that?
I heard that shit. I was like, that's too much, man. Not my man Rich. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Shit.
But my point is, yeah, I mean, that was a different time, you know? But, my point is, I'm not judging him. I'm just saying, just repost my shit. I was never mad at him for doing anything he's done. It's just not what I would do. And I'm not mad at him now, but I'd be like, I would be nice if any one of y'all motherfuckers I put on would post my shit. Yeah, that would be cool. Just post it. Don't have to do nothing.
Right, just a post.
I honestly, I just don't think, I think that people do a lot of taking of my ideas, and they know that if I have the money to make my ideas come true, then they won't be able to go raise money. So you might remember, I was the first person that did vodka. I had creative control before any television network, all those things. I was the first person to do. I just didn't have the funding to do it. I had the ideas. I had to do them myself. Even down to me trying to make an iPod. I had the rock box. You know what I'm saying? I'm very
I
innovative.
remember the rock box.
Yeah, I just don't have the
that.
cash. I just don't raise the cash. I don't like to use the devil's money.
Why?
Because then you work for the devil.
When you say the devil, who's the devil, bro?
People that are not creative.
Like, because when you start dabbling into the millions and the people behind stuff and the people that's able to put up this money, we hear a lot of talks about like devil worship and rituals and all types of stuff.
I didn't mean it in that specific way. I just meant it in money that's just evil. That's not, if it's exploitive money, people that aren't creative, making money off creative and they get more money than the creative, but to me that's just evil. And I like to live the opposite. Spell evil backwards, that's me. Live. Wow. What's the dash?
Shout out to Loaded Lux.
And the dash is a life, and there's a day you're born, there's a day you die. That dash in between is the life. I'm Dame Dash. I'm Dame Life.
That sounds like an album intro.
Everything I do, usually when I say it always sounds like bars, right?
Bars.
Bars.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's why I make records sometimes. I just freestyle. I just talk that shit to a beat. It should be fly.
How do you feel about people talking about this dress wearing thing as a passage, a rite to passage?
I'm not wearing.
Since you didn't do Soul Plane, did you feel
I'm
like?
not wearing a dress.
Right.
That's that.
That's that.
Yeah, I'm not wearing a dress.
But you wouldn't hold it against someone that
I'm
did.
going to tease you, yeah. I got jokes. So, yeah, if you're going to wear a dress and you're going to braid a nigga's hair, I got to tease you, yeah. Because on the friend
and wear
level.
Uggs.
On the friend level.
Can't forget that part.
Just on the friend level.
Right.
The other shit you was talking about, like you were like, leave that alone. I was like, I got jokes. Right. You understand? Like, I got jokes.
Right.
So for certain things, I got jokes. So if you're going to come around, if you're going to wear a dress, I'm going to cut you up for sure. And if I wear a dress, all my friends is cutting me up. They're like, nah, because I snap too much to get mad if somebody tries to tease me.
Right.
So if I slip, yeah, I'm not wearing no dress. The nigga that invented pause. Like from the crew that invented pause, you think I could wear a dress?
Yo, the pause game, we play that on the show all the time, man.
I know, I made it up. We made it up.
Do you believe there's an agenda, though, to emasculate black men, or at least to project that image towards?
I think anything that makes
world.
us feel weak or look weak and make them not feel as intimidated, yeah. Definitely. I think there's always been an agenda to make us not look powerful.
Is that the type of mindsets that you had to fight against in the industry?
Yeah, all day. Bitch ass niggas, for sure. Mm-hmm. Dudes that should have vaginas, yes. Pause.
Yeah.
Yeah, all day.
See, I kind of like relate to you in the sense of get out your fucking feelings and let's,
Dudes aren't supposed to have that much emotion.
Yeah.
But also, I wanted to say thank you. I saw Vlad was trying to always talk shit about me again. I don't know what he's so butthurt because I had to check him, you know what I'm saying, a couple times. And
you guys will make up one day.
whatever. I don't like the questions he asks people. I think they get people in trouble. And I think he's conscious of when he asks those questions that they could get people in trouble. But either way.
Okay, no.
I don't even
because
give
at the same time, I have to refute this because if I'm going to be around Vlad, now it's going to look like I'm the guy around the guy that asks the weird questions.
He asked you some weird questions about me, and you were like, you told the truth. The question is, my question to him is, why you keep asking questions about Damon so much? Why am I so important? Because to me.
You're Dame Dash.
Yeah, but also to me, like, if I'm like a policeman or a Fed, I'm looking at every Vlad show. If I was a Fed, I'd look at every show.
Well, apparently the Feds watch all of our shows.
So every time he says my name, he got the Feds fucking hearing my name. That bothers me. Yeah, you don't bother you. He ain't doing that to you.
No, but okay. Boosie came on my show.
Okay.
And Boosie was like, look, I keep it 100 across the board. I don't lie about nothing. I'm always about the truth. And jokingly, I said to him, Boosie, you can't keep it real in every situation. And he was like, try me. I'm like, you riding in the car. This is me not even thinking, oh, this nigga got a gun case right now. You riding in the car, police pull you over.
Oh, yeah, and I got
you gonna tell the niggas?
Right.
And then he broke down a scenario. Of course, it's the old school thing, like youngest in the car, whatever. But he generalized it. However, the Feds tried to use that in his bail hearing.
So the Feds are watching you too?
Yeah, they're watching me too.
Yeah. But you don't bring my name up in every fucking interview. He does.
Right.
For no reason.
Everyone?
I mean, every time because I don't look at Vlad, but people send it to me. So yeah, it's a lot of interviews that he shouldn't be bringing my name up. I have nothing to do with the person he's asking, and he's always asking their opinion on me. So to me, it's just to make me hot. I don't know why, but anytime that, to me, anytime to whoever on that show, is to make you are being watched by the Feds. Period. That's a fact, right? If you're on that show, the Feds have seen you.
Because now I gotta say it's the same thing with me.
Then it might be. Now
I think that once you started putting RICO cases on entertainers,
bro, you know,
we all
everybody.
I'm
watching a lot of people talk reckless on microphones lately. The police don't even have to go undercover or anything. Everyone gets on the microphone and they're starting to talk about their business, and I wouldn't do that. That's all. That's just me. Like, for me, and again, I'm not talking about nothing or doing anything where the police should be on my head on any level. So I'm like, why would that platform keep bringing me up if they're not trying to make me hot?
But if you're not doing nothing, then you can't get hot.
You're bugging. They can accuse you of doing things you're not doing all the time. They could always paint and frame a picture. If someone's not watching, then now they are. It doesn't matter.
Well, for the record, for the people that don't know.
I put it like this. I have PTSD. So Feds and all that shit, based on what I've seen them do with my friends and all that other shit, I ain't mad at the Feds, but I don't want them talking about me in the same conversation that you're talking about other criminals.
Right.
So I want them to talk about me when it comes to education. Why you don't ask you, what about Damon going to the schools? What about all the education and the books that Dame sold? Why he never ask you about that? Why you don't ask you about the OSG, the principles, and all the jail reform and the vegan shit? Why the dumb shit?
But you gotta admit, there's a lot of platforms that don't ask about stuff like that.
But he's asking about me. Right. I'm saying a lot of platforms don't ask about me all the time. So if you're gonna ask about me, why only say one thing consistently, not say everything? Why are you only bringing up one thing that's bullshit? Like someone's opinion, another man's opinion of another man is not the question that I think another man should be asking. On a platform that the police look at daily.
Well,
just stop saying my name. Just leave me the fuck alone. That's all. Period.
I think you guys should have a sit down, man.
I don't sit down for what? So the police could be there? Yo, anytime someone that I don't think, is comfortable around tough people, that I don't think is so tough. I think that they have the police behind them. Period. I think he could blow a whistle at any time and they're gonna jump out. I think whoo, he has that whistle. There's a couple of people I think that do.
Well, then you gotta, okay, so we're talking about security?
No, the police whistle. Like, yo, you know when niggas is undercover, they come out in the van and be like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh," SWAT teams and shit. I think he got the SWAT team
it's
whistle.
usually like a phrase or word like, "It's so happy to see you," and then everybody.
I think he got the SWAT team whistle.
I don't think so. I know personally, Vlad, I know personally, Vlad has lawyered up to keep footage away from the feds.
That's what I would do too, bro. If I wanted people not to think I was a Fed.
Do you? All right. Being that Vlad is white,
talking to black
do
people,
you feel?
but he's doing a lot of Italian shit too now.
Right. Do you feel like, you know, do you trust white people?
I trust people. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust human nature.
Human nature.
Yeah, people. I don't trust scared people. They do whatever they could do to survive, and they're usually sneaky about it.
Yeah.
I just think he's scared.
I had a couple people like that worked for me.
Oh, always.
Yeah.
Sneaky people will never do anything in front of you. Pause. It's always in back of you.
They'll show you all their teeth.
Yeah, weak people will never have. They
Love
don't want
to
to
see
fight.
you, man. This is a misunderstanding.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
when you're not looking, they don't even want the credit for it.
You think it's a handicap being what we would label a real nigga?
Nah, I'm a superhero. I'm a handicap to them. I don't want to work with those people. I don't. They don't stop me from doing nothing.
But it seems like a lot of other people that you put on, that you worked with,
They went
don't
there.
want to work with you.
No, they want to work with them. I don't do my business that way. We've chose a different path. There's a lot of people that do want to work with me. But usually when you have to work with them, it's going to contradict. Like if we used to hustle together and now you work with the police, do you think I'm working with you anymore?
If you're still hustling, no.
If we used to hustle and you used to hustle and now you work with the police.
In what way?
Telling.
Oh, no.
Then no. So that's what I'm not doing. You know what I mean? I have my morals. I don't look the other way. So yeah, if I see someone that's compromised, like if you're not the person I met and you're not living by the principles that we signed on to, then we're definitely gonna go our separate ways. You think I would ever end up in court with guys I used to sell drugs with? The fuck is that?
All right.
And we don't have to go there, but I'm just saying in
yeah,
general.
yeah, but let's figure out the fine line between that. I remember Cameron did an interview with I can't remember what channel it was, but they asked him if there was a serial killer.
I think what he meant to say is, if you're a civilian or a criminal, if you're a civilian, you tell the police.
Right.
If you're a criminal, you handle that yourself.
At this time, he was a rapper.
He just didn't know how to articulate it correctly. You understand what I mean? Like,
Right.
you know, you have 60 minutes and shit. You're not gonna say the exact right
Are you
thing.
a civilian?
I'm a civilian now, but I still live by certain ideals. I know I have ideals. I'm not going to be
Would
mad.
you call the cops on a serial killer?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a criminal. But if I was in the game, I'd take care of that myself. If I got to tell a cop, call the cops.
Right.
So we're from, you don't testify if somebody shoots your man, you kill that guy.
Right.
If you're in the game. Now, if you're a civilian, then you go to court. No one's expecting you. I'm not mad at the policeman for being a policeman, but if you sign on and you put your friends in jail so that you don't go to jail, I don't respect that. Like if you do the crime, you should do the time. You shouldn't have someone else do it for you. I don't think.
Have you been following the YSL case?
As much as I possibly can.
What do you think about it?
I told you I think about it. I think that it's a shame that he's the only one that's sitting there and a lot of people made money off him. And they got to keep their money. Like when you get caught selling drugs, they take your cars and all that, right?
Right.
And all the money that you made from
Freeze your
that.
account,
So if he
everything.
made money from things that are supposedly illegal, then if they're going to take his money, they should take their money too. I don't like people selling the company and then other people go to jail. I don't like that. So somebody made a whole bunch of money and then off people that are now on trial, something about that don't seem right. And they're using the lyrics from the shit you made money from to use it against them. Something about that just don't seem right.
Do you think that should be allowed?
I think if you're hustling, then you should not be talking about it on the record.
At all? We're talking about Rocafella Records.
Rocafella Records, we
Like-
had to quit hustling, bro.
Right, okay. So you quit hustling, but
Then we
Then you're
spoke
still
about
giving the history of it, correct?
Kind of, yeah.
So,
Specifically not, but yeah. Yeah, we were young. I won't do that anymore. So I don't think if someone used to hustle, and if you caught a body or something, you definitely don't need to be rapping about that. But if you used to hustle and it's past that statute of limitation, I don't think it's bad to reflect on it, to learn from it. You understand what I'm saying? But if you're still active and you're illegal and you're still doing drug deals, it would not make sense to be rapping about it and wearing a jacket. Like the lynch mob, right, Lou? I used to tease them because they were the lynch mob. They used to have shirts that said the lynch mob.
it's crazy.
And I'd be like, y'all going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. And I'm young. I'm like, y'all bugging.
Right.
We would be like, they are bugging.
That's how I felt.
Like
when
they had
when Bloods and Crips came to New York, I was like, let me get this straight. All right, so we wear this rag so that we can be identified by law enforcement and the
Right.
enemies that we don't know.
right.
For what? What are we doing this for? It never made no sense to me.
Well, the guys I know that are really like that, they don't wear the colors. You would never know.
Yeah, you would never know. And
They
I
were the
figured that out
opposite.
later.
Yeah, the real guys don't.
Yeah.
That I know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know that they were
The,
like
the
that.
other guys, they're like billboards. The guys that wear the sign on the street and be like, yo, take my flyer. It's advertisement.
Right. You don't advertise criminal activity.
Right.
So again, I'm not knocking them because they're young. They don't know. I just wish the OGs would talk to them.
Well, how did you feel when you saw like a lot of gang culture, West Coast gang culture coming to New York?
I was gone by that time out the street. I was about 10 years removed. But it definitely, when I come back around, it would bug me out. Because when I was outside, there wasn't really any gangs at all. It was blocks. And there's places I go to that don't abide by that either. Like, you know, like I don't see none of that really out here.
What do you think about people making the argument that Dipset had a heavy influence on that in New York?
They did.
How did you feel about it at the time?
I felt bad. My nephew wanted to be a gangbanger. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this ain't even for you. And he goes, such and such is. So I had to get that person on the phone to tell him, like, yo, that ain't the way. But definitely karmically, my children were affected by the shit. That's why I had to pivot. Like, you know, I'm 18. What the fuck do I know?
Right.
You know what I mean? We did a lot. You got to remember, I retired again at 35. I was done with Rocafella at 35.
35.
I was still a kid. But I was done. I was still a kid. I've been retired, it was like 20 years ago. It's 2023. Rocafella was 25.
Yeah, that's
it was
crazy. I'm sitting
2005.
here looking at you like you're not 80. Like, what the fuck? Wow, oh shit.
Yeah, I did it all really young.
Yeah.
Like I know that I was a sight to see, but I didn't know that till I was older. You know what I mean? But I'm like, I ain't never seen an 18-year-old do what I was doing, or 19, 20, 30. Like I was doing a lot, you know, even what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? But they still talking. I mean, I must have been a sight to see. They still talking about shit I did 20 years ago.
Yeah. Now I gotta ask, did you guys really?
Oh, nice.
Drinks. Thank you. Thank you.
So I fucks with you.
Wait.
Right. Appreciate you. To real niggas live.
Real niggas everywhere. Real niggas.